Hey guys, Mitch here, and wow, Looperverse just dropped out of nowhere by Retronyms. That's pretty interesting. With audiobus, that's very interesting. Well, just saw a comment. Let's see what it shows up in the audiobus chain. Looperverse, it just shows Looperverse. And then what about the inputs? Looperverse. So probably not able to do multiple tracks. But you can put a synth app in the audiobus input and record it into the app. So yes, you surely can. It also works with inter-app audio. As you can see right here, I have IM1 loaded into it. I like it. This is pretty nice right here. You got mic line, and if you go over here on the settings, you can do input source. I have it connected to my iConnect Audio 4 Plus, so I can, whatever mic I want. I know 2 is my microphone that I have plugged in, so you can see I'm just tapping on my microphone and I'm getting levels. Test. Okay, so had it for about 5 minutes. Seriously, played around with it. It's interesting. It said in the description that there was a follow. I don't know if that was here. Let's see. Because I just pull up the description here. Looper, L-O-O-P, Looperverse. See what it says. It says sound on sound, overwrite, and next track modes. Okay, I cannot figure out how to do next track. So I guess let's pull something up. Okay, I don't know what that was. Maybe because I loaded up audiobus. I haven't tested audiobus yet. It's not fully tested audiobus. Okay, so select app. I'll put IM1, enter app audio. That's nice. It'll host. Let's pull up IM1. Okay, so we got a piano. Let's move up an octave so it's not so low. And you can turn the grid on and off. Here under tempo, you can set your tempo. You can have your metronome, whatever you want. Volume. You can do count in, which is good. So you got to count in. You can do a bar, 2, 4, or off. And you got your time signatures. And so as you can see, it's highlighted. If you click and hold, it'll turn the metronome on and off. Okay. And then in the settings, I tried the audio trigger record. I don't know if it was having issues or whatever. I'm going to fully test that, but it does have an option to where you can have the audio trigger. But with the count in, you don't really need it. You got your input sources, background audio, mute during recording. You can input monitor, which you can also adjust that on whenever you have the mic line. That's the delay effects, and then the reverb settings here. I haven't played with that yet. This little toolbar down here, you can see it pop up and down. It's pretty handy. One thing I will let you know is if you have like an iConnect Audio 4 Plus with multiple things plugged in, as soon as you open this app up and you start playing around with the keyboard, it's going to start triggering weird stuff. So unless you don't want it to trigger weird stuff, just uncheck all of your MIDI. Or if you're not even going to use MIDI to control the app, then just, disable MIDI. But if you are going to enable MIDI, then know exactly where your MIDI's coming from so that you can control it. Because it was doing weird things at first until I figured out, well, let me just turn all MIDI off. It does have Ableton Link. It has MIDI Learn. You can do Learn Play and Stop, Track Select. You can do the transport controls up here. Next track, I haven't really played with that yet. You can do the undo and redo, clear, reverse, multiply, and crop. And so, I guess that's all of the main things. There's the where you can set up Bluetooth MIDI or the Looperverse pedal. And over here, if you slide this way, you got your volume, you got your pan, and then you got your delay and reverb sends. And then you can mute solo, mute, or you can do individual tracks. You do have 16 tracks that you can kind of zoom in and out to. But here's the thing that I figured out. I don't see any option. I looked everywhere and I didn't see any option to next track. But I did see an option. Well, I didn't see an option, but I was just messing around with it and figured out that if you kind of click and drag up, it'll give you this dot with a red line around it. That's going to erase whatever it is you're recording. So I did as you can see, it's erasing. So when it goes back through, it'll erase. And it'll continue to erase. So that's the sound on, whatever the other one was, erase mode. It wasn't sound on, I don't know what the mode was, but so when it's highlighted like that, it will erase. But if you click and then drag up and you get the single dot in the middle, then that's overdub function. And it'll continue to overdub and overdub. As you can see, it's continuing to overdub and overdub and overdub. So that's good. I don't know where the next track select is. That would be nice to know if there was an option somewhere. I just happened to figure out that. Alright, so where was that? So yeah, let's clear. Okay, so now I've got it doing something weird now, and I don't know how to get it to not. Like that. Like that. Okay. So that'd be really good for drums. And so if you got the tempo, you hold the tempo. Go to IM1. Let's bring up a drum. Drum. Search. Drums. Standard kit. Okay, so go back to Looperverse. So you can build up pretty quick. I mean, that's not a very good drum beat, but I mean, you get the idea. It'll just sit there and overdub. Whereas the other setting, when you kind of click and swipe down or up, I'm colorblind, so I don't know. I don't think it's changing colors. I think that's just two options. I don't know where the follow next track is, so sorry about that. Anyway, so you click on, once you got something recorded, then you got 6 little dots in the corners. You got a start crop, which you can crop it down, move it around. So that's the advanced waveform editing. The top one, you can stretch it down. If we move that over, so it did pretty good. Then you can stretch it the other way. If we wanted to maybe multiply and then delete and then stretch it that way, then we could play maybe just that section. So you're just going to get some artifacts when you go the other way, which is natural. And then you have some gain, and then you have where you can pitch it down. If you're into that sort of thing, you can pitch it way down. So that's pretty cool. And that's your other crop. You can crop it this way if you want. And then if you click on it, you got duplicate, split. You can rename. You can save it, copy it with auto copy. You can reverse it. And then the toolbar down here at the bottom, that's when if you have multiple ones, you click on the reverse. You click on the duplicate, and it'll duplicate, split. You can split it, delete. You can delete it. And so this is kind of just a quick toolbar that allows you to edit multiple things, at any given time. And the same things up here. You got the crop, multiply, reverse. Multiply seems to multiply whatever is selected. Doubling it. Cropping seems to kind of crop down to where the main blue bar is. And then reverse will obviously reverse, and then clear will clear. The quantized transport, that will make it, whenever you're moving things around, that'll make it hit on the grid. And yeah, it's got a whole bunch of undos, whole bunch of redos. Not sure how many, but obviously it didn't go all the way back from what I was before, so it does have limitations. So yeah, I guess that's probably about it. The file structure, open scene. Let's just continue with this not scene. Here's one I was just playing with earlier. Obviously, it's just a total mess. I was just still trying to get grasp on exactly how to do the overdub and things like that. So, trying to think what else. So you can import audio files, current scenes. There's the current scenes. And then you can export as stems. I'm assuming that's going to export them. You can bounce it in place. You can export file, an audio copy. You can export the whole scene. I will do that, and if I feel like it needs a video, then I will do a video on it. Archive a scene, maybe zip it down or something. I don't know. But this is kind of interesting. It kind of just plays whatever pitched. I don't know how useful that will be, because it's not like it automatically stays. Maybe if it have no snap on, the start and no snap. Maybe take the quantize off. So it doesn't seem to be poly. Let's see. Seems like mono, but you can trigger. So I guess if you played in a couple chords and just had that with some other things, you could. But definitely need to work on like the zero markers, so you can eliminate a lot of that glitchiness and things. So hopefully this video helps somebody out. You can pitch it up and down. And you can link the pitch and the semitones. So if that was more musical, you know, you'd be able to get a tell. It works pretty good from what I can tell so far, just messing around with it. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how people use it and how it can be used. And some other, you know, just what all you could do with it. I'm interested to see. I just saw that they posted, Retronyms posted, they're glad to be part of the community. But then I'm interested to see how to do the next track, because I don't see the option anywhere, so it's hidden somewhere from what I can tell. But anyway, or maybe it's a bug, I don't know. Not that Retronyms has ever had bugs in their initial release of their programs, but you know, we'll see. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.